JQ.
Hi, I'm Walt Ladner, and my informative speech is on the Toys for Tots program. And the year is already just about a quarter over, and Christmas is always going to sneak up on us like it always does. And I just want to talk about the Toys for Tots program because it's always the happiest time of the year, but for some kids, common news reports that up to 250,000 kids will actually not receive any Christmas presents at Christmas time. I'm actually able to talk about this organization because I volunteered all 4 years at my high school to do it, whether it was putting up toys together all night or actually coming in the next morning and escorting the kids through the place and get their own toys, because my high school was like a host spot for the event, and we always did it. Like, our high school was always the one eager to do it for these kids. And it's just a really good organization because it gives these kids the opportunity to not only experience a Christmas, but be able to mark off presents that they may have wanted and their parents can afford or whatever. And it's always a very rewarding and humbling experience. But about it though, I'm going to tell you how it began, their mission, and how it all basically happens. So it began by this United States Marine Reserve. William Hendricks had the vision for Toys for Tots back in 1947. What happened was his wife, Diane, made a Raggedy Ann doll, which is looks very similar to the doll in the movie Annabelle, which, two total opposite things. So she wanted to give the doll to a child that was not fortunate enough to get any Christmas presents that year. And Hendricks was looking and looking, hey, like, is this like an actual thing that we can do? Like, what's up? Like, and he realized there's no such thing like Toys for Tots at that time. He was like, all right, I want to do this. So he got like a bunch of his Marines that he knew, and he basically collected 5,000 toys for donation the next year. And I found a quote on HuffingtonPost.com that stated about Hendricks that Master Sergeant and I went to a place where 3 kids were waiting up for us. I can still see their faces. After leaving the toys, one of the children followed us out to the car and said, "Thank you very much. That thank you was worth the effort." So like I was saying earlier, it's just a very rewarding and humbling experience because you're able to get all these gifts, and then there's these kids that are eager just to get a little like $5 toy that we all take for granted every day. But he noticed though that it really took off over the years, and so he decided they needed to establish a definite mission for the organization, like what they were going to do. And so from toysfortots.org, their mission statement is to collect new unwrapped toys during October, November, and December each year and distribute those toys as Christmas gifts to less fortunate children in the community. Their immediate goal is to help less fortunate children experience the joy of Christmas that many of us take for granted. Like I said earlier, it's just like you see these kids like just come in, like they basically come in at like 6:30 in the morning, and we open up like at 7, and they're just so eager just to get these toys. Like sometimes it could be a bike, it could just be something like some Legos. Like it's so crazy stuff we take for granted, and yet they're worshiping it. And I saw on Wikipedia.com that by giving back to the community, this organization was one of the top 10 charities of 2003 on the Forbes Gold Star list. But the last main point we're going to discuss is who all basically makes it happen. So basically, millions of sponsors contribute to the program by donating money, toys. Like me and you right here, we can donate like $10 to the organization. And just think, like, if so many people just donate something, it creates something so huge. You can drop off toys to them leading up to Christmas. It's just so crazy. Like I said, or you can volunteer like I did. I volunteered all 4 years of high school, whether it was putting their toys together or coming in that morning and escorting the kids through, make sure they got their toys. Toysfortots.org says the top 5 organizations that have donated either over $1 million in cash or over $2 million in toys are Babies R Us, Toys R Us, Macy's, Hasbro, and Hess. And all 5 of these are like some of the most noticeable companies all over the world. And all the big corporations do not make it all happen on their own. Star News states that members of the local community volunteer every year to distribute the toys to all of the children, which is a big help. Like, it was crazy. So the Toys for Tots organization, every time, they really only had like 10 members having to put toys together and escorting. But like, if it wasn't for the help of like my high school, we always brought in at least 500, 600 people. And there was always at least thousands of toys to be put together. And just at least one year, I remember there was at least like 700 kids that came just in like my city of Slidell, that we only have like 28,000 people for our population. So, and like I said, I can talk about this all day because it really is just an amazing charity and organization. But like I have to sum this up by it's very inspirational on its own, and they've grown today from Hendrick's dream back in 1947 to one of the best and noticeable organizations, charitable organizations in modern history, like right now. And it can all be thanked by their sponsors, the community, just everybody who helps contribute. And it's always, like I said, it's very rewarding and humbling because you get these kids from that have nothing, and we have everything compared to them, and they just enjoy like these $5 gifts. And so, like this Christmas, I just want you to think if there's anything you can do, whether it's donate some money, donate your time, donate a toy, whatever, to just somebody that's less fortunate so they can have a Christmas like we do. Thank you.